What's up, YouTube? It's the Action Figure Grader coming back to you with an unboxing video. Before I begin, let me say thank you to all my Patreon supporters. I really appreciate all the support. I've got a really awesome item in, and I wanted to show a few other items that are sort of related to it. For those of you who have been watching my channel for a while, I had a few goal items that I set out to get this year. And one of them was an Empire Strikes Back Death Star droid, which I did get. I'm still trying to get an Empire Strikes Back R5-D4. That was my other big one on my list. The only other two that I had were loose graded figures. And one of them was a Yak Face. So I did pick up that earlier this year. And the last one just arrived back from 7-day grading with Collector Archive Services. And I picked up this item ungraded from Orange Droid Vintage Toys. I've talked about them in a past video. I will put another link in the description for this video to their Facebook sales page. Chris W., who's been in a number of live streams, and Gene, the two of them run Orange Droid, and they gave me a fantastic deal on an item I've been looking for forever, and I cannot thank them both enough. They were just so awesome to give me a very fair deal, more than fair, on an item that I've been looking for forever. And it just arrived back this afternoon from grading, and so we're going to bust it out. As you can see, that CAS provides a really awesome case. Bear with me while I get it out and take off the package, or the poly bag. And you know, I don't know what else to say other than those guys really did a great job with the item, and I'm just so excited to finally have a blue Snaggletooth in my collection. It just turned out fantastic. We're going to zoom in on it in a little while, but this was number 3 of the 4 items that are on my goal list for this year. So I'm just ecstatic to have a blue Snaggletooth. Now, blue Snaggletooth was a Sears exclusive, and you can find a number of different ways to have him graded. You know, the most expensive way would be to get the sealed mailer box, and I'll put up an insert right now in the lower here. But the mailer box with the other figure that came in that Sears 2-pack, and that was Greedo. So I've seen examples like the one in that insert where blue Snaggletooth is in the bag, Greedo's in the bag, and then it has the mailer box next to it. So that's one way to do it. Or I've seen them, you know, still in the box sealed and graded, but you're really just looking at a cardboard box, so there's not very exciting there. You can also just have, you can find them loose graded with in the baggie. So a baggie of blue Snaggletooth graded just inside the sealed baggie. So that's another way to get it. And then finally, it's just a loose graded figure like this. And there are 2 different variations for this Snaggletooth. One has the toe dent in the figure mold, and I'll put a comparison there so you can see what that toe dent looks like. And then one is without the toe dent. This one is without the toe dent. And wow, what a beautiful item. The no toe dent, I believe, is more rare than the one with the toe dent. So look how gorgeous this example is. There are a number of things to look out for, pitfalls to look for when you're buying a loose Snaggletooth to get graded. Obviously, the boots are the #1 factor. It's really difficult to find ones with such clean boots like this. And when this one was offered to me by Orange Droid, I could not say no to it. So that's one thing to look for. You also need to be really careful because a lot of unscrupulous sellers will touch up these boots, and that'll show up during the grading process because they do put it under a black light to see if there's been any touch up to the silver boot paint. The next thing would be the belt. And as you can see, this belt is pretty much pristine. It's very hard to find one in such clean condition. The hands are another item. As you can see, this is basically unplayed with because the paint is you know, this is a common thing you see with a lot of unplayed with examples, that the paint overspray has hardened, and you know, that gap between the thumb and the first finger is completely sealed with paint. This example does have some very minor wear, some reddish that shows through the grayish paint on the hands, but that's really one of the few flaws on this figure. The other thing is that the torso will often discolor. So if the torso does not match the limb colors, that is another thing to look out for. These are very strictly graded with both AFA and well, I assume UKG as well, but collector archive services, they're very, very difficult to get in high grade. And the torso discoloration will ding it down to a 75 at best, even if everything else is perfect on it. But those are the kind of items that they look for. And, you know, as you can see here, this is the no toe dent version. These are also do suffer from paint overspray. And this does have just a very, very minor amount of paint overspray on both boots, most notably right there. That's really the only thing that held this back from getting a higher grade. And believe me, this is a fantastic grade. It came back with an 85 plus grade, 1978 Kenner, Star Wars Snaggletooth, no dent in boot, Blue Sears exclusive, 2-line Hong Kong. So to my knowledge, these are all Hong Kongs, and you can see the 2-line Hong Kong date stamp right there. But this overspray is really the only thing that kept it back from being a 90 grade, because this and the hands, you know, there's a very, very slight wear to the hands, as you can see right there and right there. But I mean, give me a break. This is one of the most beautiful examples I've ever held in my hands. And when I got it in hand before I sent it to collector archive services, I've never held such a mint figure. The limbs are extremely tight. This was absolutely an unplayed with example. You can see the face there. Let's do a nice zoom. He came with a Han DL44 black blaster, not the dark blue black, but this is the pure black. And just an incredible Mini-Grail that I've been really wanting to get. I mean, I feel like every collector should have one if you're a serious vintage Kenner Star Wars collector, and I've just been putting it off, and this year was the year where I finally knocked out Yak Face and a blue Snaggletooth. And again, Orange Droid Vintage Toys, their link will be in the Facebook description for this video. I highly encourage that you guys subscribe and follow them, because they are always having new items come up. I actually bought 3 other loose Star Wars figures that are in near mint plus condition that I plan on sending in to get graded. But this one was really, truly a personal grail item of mine that I've been wanting. And to get one in an 85 plus grade, I just could not be any happier. I owe a huge amount of gratitude to Gene and to Chris W. for setting this one aside for me. But it's just an absolutely incredible condition. So I just thought you guys would like to take a look at it. And we've got 3 of the 4 kind of goal items for 2021 now knocked out. I just got to find an Empire Strikes Back R5D4. That 21 back on that was on eBay. It's probably going to haunt me forever, because I really wanted it. But given that I had this one in process, I just, you know, you can only juggle so much at once with the pocketbook. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, welcome. This is, you know, easily one of the more pricey items I picked up this year, and just really excited to have this no toe dent Snaggletooth, blue Snaggletooth from 1978, the Sears exclusive. And thank you so much again to Gene and to Chris W. for the awesome transaction. I highly recommend them as sellers. Orange Droid Vintage Toys. Thank you again. I'll be back soon.